Bortle here at the charity event, Burst of Destiny for RNC. It's a huge event, over 300 players. We have here the finalist, Marc St. Romain. Welcome back to the show, man. What deck did you use for this event?
I played Swordsoul. I liked it more than the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer version. I just think it's better for going first and going second.
Okay, for the folks, what happened in the finals? How'd you lose?
16th place.
How'd I lose?
I won the die roll first.
Okay, I lost the die roll. We're playing the same deck basically. I don't know. I honestly don't remember.
There you go. Any shout outs before we begin?
Yeah, shout out to Epic Cards and Games, the homies, the boys. Shout out to, biggest shout out is Walter Jewell. Tested him the most of the deck. We tested probably for like 3 weeks, a month maybe with the deck, non-stop. And I mean, we both topped opposite sides of the bracket, made it to the finals together. And I mean, he beat me, but yeah, it was great. It was good. Deck's insane. Oh, one more shout out. Shout out to Quentin Brown. Shout out to Quentin Brown. Yep, that's it.
QB?
Yeah, QB. All right, played 3 Moye. It's good. Pretty standard. Played 2 Taie. This one's not as good. It clogs your hand, so I don't play 3 of it. It foolishes Worms, which comes up. There's cool places you can do where you can foolish Tinnies to try and break boards if you didn't draw them. You can foolish Moye if you have the Reborn spell or backseat or Reborn it and then continue comboing and try and kill them. Or really cool plays, you can foolish a card I'll show you later and get it back to your hand and then FTK your opponent with it. Yeah, really good. I wouldn't play 1, I don't think. I like the second one comes up a lot, and then I play Desires, so like I'm not trying to banish it either. So yeah, played 2 of that one, 3 of that one, the level 4s. Play 3 of the long one. It's the Karis of the deck, just an extender. It can randomly burn your opponent if you're going into time. That's unnecessary, but there. Makes level 10 synchros, it's good. Yep, 3 of that one. Played 3 Ecclesia. It just summons one of the dudes from the deck. And it's going second, it's great. It's like a Pinkertops. It sucks it's not a worm though. If it was a worm, card would be insane. But it's pretty good. Then for the Tinnies, I play 3 at Hara, 3 Ashuna, and 3 Vashuda. Just 3 of all 3 of them. They're the best cards in the deck, basically. You want to see them going second, you want to see them going first. They get you to your engine, they break boards, they do everything you want them to do. So I just think they give you follow-up, it's everything. I would recommend maxing out the number. Some people only play 2 of this one, but I think just playing 3 of all of them is the best. And some people just don't play them. I also think that's wrong. Like the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer version doesn't play these, or as much of them, but that deck's I just think it's worse, to be honest. Yeah, like that build you have to play Prosperity, which I think is worse than Desires. You have to play Celestial and Dasher, if those were just worm monsters, half the time if you draw them, you can just kill your opponent if they were worms. So, yeah, Tinnies, worms, good. And for, that's all like my engine cards, I guess you would call them. And then I play 1 hand trap. I just play 1 effect failure.
1 hand trap.
1 hand trap. So basically, in your play, you can make Chowfang and then set the blackout. And when Chowfang's destroyed, you can search a hand trap. So I wanted to play just 1 hand trap to search off Chowfang if I needed to. So I just play 1 Veiler. I drew it a lot. It was crazy. I probably could play more, but I don't know what to cut, so I might go up in cards. And then my last card in my main deck is the FTK. It's Arc Nemesis Protoss. The card's crazy. Going first, you can summon it. Game 1, you'd call Dark Blind because it doesn't kill itself. You don't lose any resources. And if they happen to playing like PK or any deck with Fusion Destiny or Dragoon, if they're still playing that card, you just can't play it. It's free. It's searchable off the Swordsoul Rhoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. There's a cool way you can do where you can foolish it with Taie, like I said earlier. Banish it for 1 of your cards, and then add it back with that Hara, the Tinny, because it adds like anywhere monster, and then summon it, and then you can break your board. Going second, it's also crazy. You can, because your engine breaks most boards, which is why I don't think you need to play the going second deck, because you don't need to commit all the non-engine cards, because the engine breaks boards by itself. And you can choose to go first and win by making a board, or you can go second and still break the board and make a board and kill them. So that's why I didn't play the going second version. Yeah, Protoss going second is also crazy, because you can break the board with the engine, summon it, call the attribute of the last monster they have, and they just can't play. Card's insane. That's all my monsters. Spells, play 3 of the Rhoda. It's Rhoda, but can search anywhere if you have a Synchro monster. Pretty self-explanatory. Play 1 of the Reborn spell. The second one never comes up, but you want to play 1. It's like an archetypal Reborn, so it's better than Reborn because you can reveal off like Moye or discard it off Longwan, search it off the level 8 Synchro. Yeah, card's insane. You don't want to play more than one because it doesn't come up, but there's some game states where you can kill them if you like start with Tae and you can just foolish Moye and then reborn spell, bring it back, kill them. Yeah, card's good, but I wouldn't play more than one just because it's searchable. I think that's all the archetype ones. I played 3 Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. It's just the Tinyi spell. You foolish a worm monster from your deck. If you control a vanilla, you can add a Tinyi also. A lot of people don't play this card for some reason. I don't get it because it's just another Tinyi name, but it can also just give you to both Tinyis if you need to. Like, even if you don't have a Tinyi, you can just summon one of your engine cards, summon a token, and then still dump Tinyi, dump a worm, add a Tinyi, and the card's just insane. It can dump Protos, which is cool too if you need to banish it off like Tai or something, add it back off Adhara. It can dump Moye or Tai if you open up the Reborn spell. It's card's insane. But yeah, I'm trying to max out on Tinyis. This card's crazy when you draw it with Tinyis, that's why I play 3 of everything. Like playing 3 of this card without maxing out Tinyis doesn't make sense because the card's just best when you draw it with a Tinyi. So 3 of that. 3 Desires. This card says draw 2 and spread them Prosperity so you can still draw cards during your turn. Yeah, Moye drawing into Prosperity is terrible. I wanted to die, so Desires. Card says draw 2, yeah. Play 3 Chalice. I played this over more copies of Effect Failure or other hand traps because this one stops Scythe. And you can't get like destroyed by Talents if you play this. There's also a lot of game states where your opponent's Fusion Destinies you when you have a board, and this is set. And your Yugioh loses 400 attack, so it's at 24, so I can attack over it, and damage up you can do this, kill your, boost your Yugioh, it kills the Phoenix Enforcer, and next turn your Yugioh just has its negates, so like you're just spacing out under Phoenix Enforcer the whole game. But it's mainly there for Scythe. But I mean, it stops a lot of cards, the card's crazy. That's all my spells. Traps, play 2 Blackout. You don't want to play 1 because you can, sometimes you banish 1 from the deck off the level 8 guy. If your Moye gets stopped, you need to banish it so you can make the 10. 2 doesn't really come up for the popping effect, but I mean, if it does, cool. And you don't want to banish off Desires and just like not have a trap, so play 2. 3's too many, 1's not enough. Yep, that's the trap. And my last trap is 4 traps. I play 3 Impermanence. It's the other hand trap. It's not a monster effect. Card's crazy. Against a lot of decks, you don't even have to use it on their turn. You can just hold it for your turn, and then Impermanence, their problem card, like Impermanence Enforcer, Impermanence Scythe if they're scything you. You can Impermanence Anaconda too, I guess. I know, card's crazy. It's Impermanence. Last trap is Order. Yeah, going first, you draw this card, you basically win. Going second, your engine kind of breaks their board anyway, so if you break their board and then set Order, you probably win too. I played this in Protos because all the cards in the deck they're all good cards, but none of them are unfair cards. So the only 2 unfair cards the deck can play are Order and Protos, so that's why I put them in our main deck because they're unfair. So why wouldn't you want to play the unfair cards?
What's your main deck count?
41. I think that my difference between Walter's list is he plays 3 Ash, I play Chalice, and he just plays 2 more greater than me, so he's played at 43, I'm at 41. And that's it. Yeah, extra deck. It's pretty simple. 2 of this one, you make 2 a decent amount. It's the can add a Swordsoul guy or banish one. You can banishing one from your deck comes up every once in a while, like a monster at least, and then you banish the trap if your Moye gets stopped and you have long one. So you can summon a token, make this, banish the trap, and then use the long one and the other token for the level 10. Most of the time you search the trap out of this, play around like Dark Ruler and stuff like that. Yeah, card's good. 1 Duke, this is the best card in the extra deck, honestly. Shrinks their guys. It's like Ice Dragon's Prison, it can't die for some reason. Yeah, card's insane. Anytime you summon this, you're probably winning the duel. Anytime your opponent summons this, they're probably winning the duel. Yeah, these are the good ones. And then for the Ying Zing Synchros, I play 2 Baxia. The second one comes up. Use it to clear boards. You can use it to set up. Great cool Chowfang's plays with this, so you can't get like nibbed or veilered, or any if you're randomly playing it's like Drytron or Light Deck, it's also just really good. Yeah, card's insane. Then I play 1 Yazi. It comes up. You don't make it a lot, but when it does come up, it feels really nice. So I think you have to play it. And then I play 1 Chowfang. It's a floodgate. Lets you play around hand traps. If it's destroyed, it searches a tuner, so you can set. If you have this with the trap, you can pop it, pop 2 other cards, search Veiler, Ash if you play Ash, or you can search Ecclesia if you don't have like plays the next turn. It has another effect that people just don't know about, where if you kill one of their cards, you can summon a worm from your deck with the same attribute. So if you don't want to blow this up, you can like blow up one of your other cards, blow up their cards, and then summon like if they shoot it from your deck if they're playing darks, and just stuff like that. And I don't know, card's good. And then I play 1 Draco Berserker of the Tinny for a level 8 synchro. You have to play another Worm level 8 monster because if you're starting with the Tinnies, you get Worm locked, so you have to play a second Worm that like does something. And this card's good. It can randomly also just kill them. It outs scary cards like Dragoon, but most of the time if you dealing with Dragoon, the Duke outs at 2. Yeah, and then you have to play this for Shaman, because Shaman locks you into extra monster effects only of tinny monsters, so you can still use this if you're like trying to like clear a board still. Play 1 Baron, it's a level 10, has a negate, pretty self-explanatory, card's good. Alright, the less good ones, I play a Dragite. I made it 1 time, it doesn't really matter. You can just not play this if you don't want to, but I mean like having a Spawn Trap negate's good if you're not locked into worms already off the tinny monsters. And then 1 Ready Rose Dragon, I summoned it 0 times. This could be anything. This could have been Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It doesn't really matter. Duke, anytime you want to summon this, you want to summon Duke instead because it's just a better card. Yeah, this could be anything. I don't know. Don't play it. And then Link Monsters, I played 3 Monk of the Tinny. A lot of people only play 2. A lot of people only expect you to play 2. So like, when you summon the 3rd, they don't play around the 3rd, and they get really surprised when you summon it. And I think you have to play 3. You go through 3 like every match, probably, or every other match. Yeah, card's good. Lots of extra cards of Shaman. It's like a Monster Reborn for worms, but you can only activate tinny monsters from the extract that turn, or for the rest of the turn. It has another random effect where if one of your normal monsters battles, you can pop a card. Yeah, you can just pop a card. People don't know that effect, so I've had a lot of times people just attacking like my monk that I reborn off of this, or attacking like a token. I just pop their card and they can't play. Or then I think one time I added an Axis Code Talker in top 4. He had Axis Code as the last card. I'd summon this, bring back the monk, attack the Axis Code, pop it, and then attack for 16. And it was game. Yeah, feels bad. Yeah, card's good. I think you have to play it. Honestly, I kind of want to play a second instead of the Ready Rose Dragon, but you don't have to if you don't want to. That's my extra deck. 15 cards, like it should be. And my side deck. 3 Droll for Drytron in the bird deck. 3 Lancia. You can side this in the mirror if they're playing Tinnies and you're free getting Protost. And if they, for some reason, they make you go first, all of them are playing evenly, so it's still not terrible. Yeah. But I think I would only see it sided against the mirror if you're see Tinnies game 1. But if you're playing like the Enforcer build, you just don't have to side this. Char Brigade cards is good against the bird deck too, because they can't end on like the Ancient Warrior Link and all that. They end on like the bird cards, and your deck can break that pretty easily. That's all for like my hand traps on the side deck. And I play 3 Dark Ruler. It's Dark Ruler. Yeah. Then I play 3 Lightning Storm. This was, in the tournament, it was evenly matched, but I switched it to Lightning Storm because I realized anytime you draw evenly matched, if it was just any other bomb card, you could just kill them. So there's no reason to evenly them when you can just play a different bomb card and just kill them the same turn. Storm's probably better. Honestly, this isn't even that great, but like it's better than evenly. But this could be anything. My last side deck card is Cosmic Cyclone. I think this is better than Storm against back row decks because it stops the cards you care about, like any of the floodgates. It stops Scythe, it stops Mystic Mine, and that's all you really need it for. Like you don't need like the blowout back row cards because your engine can just deal with the like small cards, but so you just use this for like the floods and Scythe and all that stuff. Yep, that's my deck.
Nice. Well, congrats on getting 2nd place at this huge case tournament, man. One of the biggest here in Denver.
Yeah, I think it was like 300
event, guys. Make sure to check out the next one too. Any
thank you.
thoughts?
No, that's it.
There you go. Well,
yeah, thank you.
Thanks again, man. Be on channel.
No problem.
Bortle out.